Japanese women have some dark secrets, and if you never lived here, you would never know what they are. I've been living in Japan for 5 years and talked to hundreds of girls on the streets of Tokyo to find out some things that will honestly shock you. And I've seen some patterns that most first-time Japan travelers would not be able to see with your tourist eyes. Most people's portrayal of Japanese women are honestly small, cute, little Asian angels, thanks to the media portrayal and the isolation of the country itself. But that is not the case. In this dark side, these secrets I'm about to share with you are the reason I don't stay out past midnight anymore. Now, this information isn't just coming from me and my personal experience, it's coming from my friends who also do Nampa, which is talking and trying to pick up Japanese women, not just here in Tokyo, but also in Osaka. So we're not putting all these dark secrets on the entirety of Japan. That would be unfair. But since most people visit Tokyo or Osaka as their main destinations for traveling here, it's safe to say that you will probably run into one of these. Let's talk about it.
周りの友達、女性の周りの友達で浮気してる方はいますか？
自分が
風俗に行くことは浮気かどうか、Yes か No で。
So my friend, he's German, so I call him the German sensation because how many girls he picks up in Japan on a daily basis. He found this one girl and they went to a manga kista. And now a manga kista is a place where you pay a fee to then get a private room to read manga and eat food, and they deliver food to your room. It's a very small room. But what a lot of foreigners don't know about this is most of these rooms are used for people to go there and hook up. And during the hookup, actually her phone started vibrating. My friend asked the girl, "Do you need to answer that?" She looked at the phone and said, "No, don't worry about it. It's just my husband. I'll call him back later." And that kind of sums up the attitude that, a lot of women here in Tokyo have. This woman was walking around totally alone at 11:30, 12 midnight. And turns out she had a whole family with 2 kids at home, and her husband was waiting for her to come back with the food. And I had thought this was a one-off experience, but the more I actually asked the girls I was actually talking to, if they had a boyfriend or significant other, they would say himetsu desu, which is basically like it's a secret, which basically almost means yes, I do have somebody in my life. I just don't want to talk about it. I just don't want to get into that. This is about this interaction right now. I play nice. I might get her number and walk off, but I don't normally contact her afterwards. Is if the husband finds out that she's been cheating on him and they find out it was you and they know who you are from text messages, from any other interaction, and you know that he was married, then you have to pay the husband a fee up to $40,000. So it's not a game here to get caught into something like that. So I tend to just stay away from it 100%, not just because of the fee, but also because she has a husband and possibly children, and she's out here doing stuff, and I don't want to be the cause of it. Let her be someone else's problem.
No, it's okay. You have a husband. Don't just look. Stop. You have a husband?
What a lot of people don't know, especially when you're first time coming to Japan, is the trains stop running around 11:45 to about 12:30 at night. And when that happens, everyone that is outside past that time is staying out to the first train, which is normally around 5 to 5:30 in the morning. So that's 5 hours of pure degeneracy that's about to happen during the night. And this is where some of the craziest things happen that you will ever see. So a group of my friends were out around 2 a.m. in the morning, and that's when they were approached by about 3 to 4 Japanese girls. One of them speaks really good English. The rest of them don't really speak English, but they try. They could speak 1 to 2 words at a time and kind of get their point across. What they do is they suggest to go drinking. They say, "Hey, we know a place nearby, come drink with us." What a lot of foreigners don't know that is this almost never happens. There's never a time with a bunch of Japanese girls who aren't intoxicated come up to you and suggest you go drink. They take them to a bar where they are comfortable with, familiar with, and this is the biggest mistake. If a bunch of girls come up to you, suggest you go to a bar. Never go to the one that they want to go to. You suggest a different one. And if they don't want to go, then that's red flag number one. But anyway, my friends, not knowing any of this, they decide to go anyway. They go into this bar. The bar staff lets them know it is 2,000 yen to drink unlimitedly. It sounds amazing. Everyone agrees. You go sit somewhere in the back. You're drinking with these girls. Everyone's having a good time. Maybe you guys are touching, flirting a little bit. It sounds like it's going to be a great night. Then about 20 minutes later, one of them has to go to the bathroom, so she leaves. You're still having fun, everything. Another two leave to go to the bathroom. And the last one is normally the English-speaking one that says, I'm gonna check on my friend. He goes off to the bathroom, and you guys are all just sitting there waiting. Time goes by, time goes by. So then you're kind of curious, what's going on? You go to ask the bar staff, hey, where's the bathroom? It turns out there is no bathroom. The door that they went in is just a door that says in Japanese, employees only. So my friends were stuck with the bill, not only from what they drunk, but from what those girls had drunk. And instead of it being 2,000 yen a person, apparently it was 40,000 yen total. And that's because there was in the fine print, the 2,000 yen drinking limit was just for the first hour. You guys were there for about 2 to 3 hours. And if you don't pay, the police will be called and your trip will get cut short. Realize the girls were employees of the bar itself, getting people to come inside and drink to stir up some business. So you leave because you end up paying the money, right? Because you don't want to leave Japan. You're there for a week. You've only been 2 days, right? And you leave to see the same group of girls talking to another group of guys saying, hey, we know a cool place to drink. This one is even crazier. When I'm walking the streets and I'm talking to Japanese women, eventually you're going to come across what I call a night walker. I want to be careful with my words here on YouTube. And I've heard some dark stories of these women. And if you're not familiar with kabukicho, this is one area that you will see this more than anything else. So one of my friends walks into this place called Soapland. And if you don't know what a Soapland is, it's a Japanese legitimate business where you can hire a woman of your choosing to wash you in a giant bathroom from head to toe. And for an extra fee, he will fall in love with you during the washing. So he chose from a menu of Japanese women and he paid the extra fee. Then he was taken into the waiting room where there was some light music playing and he was waiting for the girl to call him back to the giant bathroom. After a couple minutes, the girl that he looked like he picked peeks her head around the corner, kind of smiles and waves. He gets up and she tells him to stay right there and she leaves. Then he sits back down, not thinking anything of it. 3 6-foot tall Yakuza-looking members come into the room and tells him he has to leave. And he explains to them that he paid for a service and he's waiting to get service. And they pretty much force him out, shoving him out the door, kind of dragging him from his seat, not listening to anything he has to say. And what happens is you pay a lot of money and they kick you out if they don't feel like servicing you. And since you're a foreigner, they know practically you don't know Japanese as well. You're probably not going to go to police and tell them that you paid for a girl to have sex with you and she didn't have sex with you. Like, that's not what's going to happen. Like, you're not going to say that. They essentially rob you and kick you out and know you're not going to do anything about it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that story. This video right here will actually show you how to come to Japan and study totally for free if you never come here. It's how I got here. Click for more information.